Hello everyone, welcome back. And now this time, we're back in Honkai. Now yes, the latest chapter has came out. But here's one thing I just found out. While I was waiting for the chapter to release, I played this thing. I have to be honest, I did this before, long ago. But I didn't thought it would be much of a big deal. But apparently, it is a big deal. These extra chapters put more into things than you think. Obviously, this Theresa thing will give her backstory of where she came from and everything. However, there's also a connection to Kiana, big time. Especially when it came to the latest chapter. We'll find out exactly what the doctor really looks like. At least you guys would, because I already did this whole thing before. But I feel like you guys need to see it too, before we move on into the next chapter. Now then, let's get going. We're going to start from the beginning. And since I did these things before, it should be easy for me to finish it very quickly, so we can start on the next chapter. At least that's the plan. Oh boy. I wish I could turn off Facebook notifications. Just saying. Just gets on my nerves when it just pops out. And it's just useless information at times. Oh well. Cut first. So, I'll be right back. I've seen the cutscene like 3 times, so I think you should be good.
天命、遥か昔より崩壊と戦う組織。その組織を支えるのは3つの一族。主教を司るアポカリプス一族、聖女を司るシャニアテ一族、騎士を司るカスラナ一族。天命組織を統御するアポカリプス一族は他の一族と違い、崩壊と戦える力を持っていなかった。崩壊に対抗できる力をその手に入れるため、1972年天命組織の主教アポカリプス一族の課長オットー・アポカリプスは秘密の計画を始めた。
And so the origins of Theresa begins here. Also known as the principal and Kiana's aunt. Now obviously I won't talk on this one because obviously the words end up, you know, go fast paced, so I'll just pause a bit so you guys could read and see if you could keep up with the text if they go real fast. But yeah, this is her origins. There it is. It just goes real fast. I didn't touch anything. This is why I hope that they put a log. That way I could read it for you guys. But other than that, oh well. Anyway, you'll see what happens in this storyline. This one is a bit messed up, to be honest. This Auto Apocalypse is the guy who technically created the clones of Theresa, or rather, a clone of a certain somebody. Yep, basically that's her reward to completing all these trials. Pretty much. In a way, this is like the Hunger Games for her. She was born, and already it has to fight. Talk about a tough world she is in. Now, the good thing is that I'm very used to using Theresa big time. Oops. Just have to be careful of my surroundings. At first it was tricky when I first started Theresa, but she's actually pretty good. That's what I'm talking about. Now, there's a way to take these guys down easy. Yep, that way. Theresa is actually good against those things. I found out when I was playing this chapter. Oh boy. Is she down? Nope, not yet. Gonna put this on it. That's one way to take down those things. Just with that ability, it'll take those crazy things apart. I just wish I knew that while I was doing some of the Sakura U Village stuff. Oh boy, that sounds familiar. Oh boy, more of these things. Yep, those things are easy to take down as long as you have that thing. Now, in between certain chapters, there'll be a log. It's a cutscene kind of thing. Hey, Mavi Nerd, how you been? You seen this chapter before, kind of, but this time I'm going the full run. Last time I didn't get the chance to, but this time I will go for the whole thing. Here's the thing, this chapter, of course you already know that it's messed up, but there's more to it. The guy, there's more stuff into it. It also connects to the main character. Oh wait. No, what? Let me just play the intro.
その組織を支えるのは3つの一族。主教を司るアポカリプス一族。聖女を司るシャニアテ一族。騎士を司るカスラナ一族。天命組織を統御するアポカリプス一族は他の一族と違い、崩壊と戦える力を持っていなかった。崩壊に対抗できる力をその手に入れるため、1972年、天命組織の主教アポカリプス一族の課長オットー・アポカリプスは秘密の計画を始めた。
This whole secret project created the principal Theresa right here. And the thing is that the moment she stepped into the world, she had to fight. In order to earn anything from the doctor, she has to fight and survive. Which is messed up. It's her own Hunger Games, but basically she just barely came out of the woodwork or something. And there's more to it. That's the thing. When I was playing this, he says the real reason why he created her in the first place. Survive. Yeah, that's the thing. That was the doctor is messed up. I'll tell you that much. But it gets even more messed up when you get more and more to it. At the moment, this girl right here is our main protagonist. And of course, the latest chapter connects to this chapter, actually. These extra stories are actually connected to the main story itself. It's when her origins as well as the ambitions of the doctor who kidnapped the other protagonist in the main game. I'm going everywhere. Ow. I ate a bowl of bullets. It's hard to believe that this game plays like a console game, but yet it's not a console game. Oh boy, I forgot, those things are, if you get too close to them, they're gonna blow up with those little balls on them. It's only when they get rid of them, that's when they're not a threat. And also, she could slow down time in this one. Ow. Okay, more. And here's the thing about her. Somehow she got a broken arm during this battle, obviously. And I didn't press anything, it just does that. Apparently she broken her arm during the test. And this is something. She is suffering, and yet the guy says that she has recovered already. In other words, she has amazing abilities, amazing recovering abilities. Apparently, this guy actually put the monsters that I keep fighting around into her. He's gonna say more about it, actually. I'm not going to say everything. And what I mean by Valkyries is that it's the most advanced soldiers that they have. The girls that I've been fighting with. Those Valkyries. He puts the DNA of every single high being into her to make the perfect life form. Kind of like how it is with Cell from Dragon Ball Z. Put the cells of the greatest fighters into Cell. In her case, put the cells of the greatest monsters and Valkyries into her to make a perfect light form. In the way,
A1 と A2 型実験体には僕のカレンの DNA だけを組み込んだが、完成後5分で溶けて死んでしまった。今回の実験では融合型崩壊獣ビシュヌの細胞も組み込んだ。A3 型実験体は肉体年齢が12歳になると肉体の成長が止まるが、培養層の外でも生きられるようになった。1972年3月28日。
So basically, Theresa is technically looking like an age of 20 years old. And Japan and their logic of their age, but oh well. But yeah, I understand what you mean. She's technically born just like Shadow and Cell. They were in the test tube. Now, let's see if I remember correctly. She faces certain other things. I don't know if this one has a cutscene. Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the thing about certain anime and games. Some characters look older than they should be, and some characters who look older ends up being the opposite. I'm looking at you, Yoko. I'm looking at you from what's that anime's name? Gurren Lagann. I mean, seriously, the logic. Still though, it's hard to believe what she has to go through. Oh yeah. Everybody knows that one. Okay, so there is a bit more stuff in here. He's impressed of her abilities and such. And this is the person I was talking about. Technically, she's a clone of this person. She was a super Valkyrie. Like, she was the elite of the elite. And, after she died, I think somehow, someway, Otto right here actually took the DNA of her and made multiple specimens. Theresa is one of them. See? Just as I said. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Otto has a big fascination and obsession with Kellen. I don't know. It's hard to say names at times. Still though, he has a big fascination for her. If anything, it goes down crazy. Remember, she isn't that knowledgeable about things, so I can't blame her for saying such things. Yeah, it doesn't. Trust me. When I went to this whole thing, it didn't end well after all. And of course, this leads up to the current chapter I'm dealing with. Because the main protagonist has been kidnapped by Otto. And it's up to Theresa and her team to actually rescue her. But before I get to that, we have to deal with this so people could actually, you know what's going on. I mean, that's the thing. I should never skip these origin stories. These extra stories. They're actually important. The last one had Bologna being in a coma, and yet she was in some kind of dream world fighting herself. While another one, apparently it explains a lot about what's going on with Kimiko's condition. She's suffering some kind of Valkyrie aging. They look young, but they die young. So unless they do something about it, they will die sooner than they should. Those extra stories are actually pretty interesting. And yes, I'm using my own Valkyries at this one. It doesn't matter though. My own Valkyries are very elite-like, I guess, if you could say that. I don't know why, but I still have her summer outfit still. Oh well. I wonder if they're gonna put more outfits for them. That way I could just clear them up and all that. I know the latest one just came out with a what's it called? A kimono. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, let's get to it. Now this one is the last bit, and I think you've seen this bit right here. And this is when she had to fight herself. Which is a big mess up thing. She doesn't want to fight the clone. She just wants to talk and maybe be friends. And yet Otto forced her and the other her to actually fight each other. I had to say, this is one messed up thing that the doctor did to these two. Yeah, basically, the other one did the same thing as she did. But the other test subjects didn't make it. And who knows? Maybe the other one did kill others like her. You see, she's refusing to want to kill them. At first, I decided to, yeah, look at that. It shows his fascination with her because of that one person. At a certain point, I waited. I waited until she stopped and talked to me. But then I had no choice but to fight her. I didn't want to fight her, but she was dead on attacking me. Ah! Like I said, I have no choice but to fight. And her abilities are pretty good. I have this Theresa as well. At least this version of her. And her abilities are not that are pretty hard too. I had no choice but to beat her down. Hadouken her. Hadouken! Now I'm doing great damage now. Oh! I shouldn't let my guard down, but even in this level I can still be beaten. Oh yeah! The abilities that these Valkyries could do. Ouch. You know what? Eat this. And I did Unlimited Blade Works with her too. So she knows the Hadouken and Unlimited Blade Works. But now we enter this.
A310 は A303 を殺さなかった。その強さと優しさは僕に僕のカレンが生まれ変わったと感じさせた。だが生まれ変わりなんてものは科学では説明できない。そう。A310 が僕のカレンと関係がある証拠がないのだ。でも A310 は特別だ。だから孫娘にすることに決めた。名前はテレサと名付けた。1972年3月28日。
He did that so he could get a close eye on her and possibly get more connection with her. But the doctor, he's twisted in his mind. Pitting test subjects against each other is just wrong, to be honest. A life is a life after all. Anyway, let me just go with another Theresa, because apparently when I do these stories, Theresa gets a big boost. So I may as well go with that. Yeah, I know. So basically, he decided to adopt her, have a close eye on her, monitor her conditions and such, and sure, he's trying to treat her as family, but at the same time, he has little regard to human life. And you'll see this during this chapter right here too. At this point, in this early time of her life, she was a B rank. The lowest, one of the lowest class for a Valkyrie to be. She could be out the field, while Otto and certain other people were monitoring her. This is her first mission. Apparently she's out to hunt a creature. But little did they know, something terrible is going to happen. Now this person right here who's talking to her is a different person. KL, whatever her name is. You have to keep an eye on that yellow bar. That's their name. Dr. Otto is the one that we have to keep an eye on. That's the Twisted Doctor himself. Sometimes I miss those dialogues and I don't know who's talking to who. So I have to keep an eye on that. Now, Master Theresa is pretty overpowered. If anything, this one right here is my third strongest. Oops, I didn't meant to do that. I'm just gonna go hopping around just like a bunny. See what I mean? It was just easy. But that's good because I want to clear up this story as quick as I can. Because I already did these things before. But getting the backstory is very important. And we're already at the boss. What? I didn't even manage to even dodge that. Either way, he's down anyway. She has a lot of costumes, I'll tell you that much. Still though, first blood, first battle, out in the field, and so on. In general, she's supposed to be backup to actually help A-rank Valkyries in their mission. Little did they know, something big is going to happen. And it's going to happen right about now, actually. This interlude. Apparently I face a big boss on this one. And these are the only two Valkyries I have to use. Which I'm okay with. I actually beat this easy. Is when things get tricky on the main story chapters. That's when things go crazy. Especially on my last battle. One Valkyrie was beating me up with her martial arts. And I had hardly any openings to actually take her on. What's worse is that I was ill-equipped with the Valkyrie I had that time. I had no choice but to play that Valkyrie anyway. And yes, Theresa has multiple combat abilities. This is the same time that I actually defeated the clone with. I mean, the clone, you know what I mean. So far, we're going deeper in the cave, trying to find the Valkyries. Now, where is the enemy? I know these things are like ninjas, so I'm gonna have to take them down easy. Oh, archers. Okay, that ends that bit. Now we're in the next bit. So back to the Hadouken wielding character. I'm gonna have fun with that. My own Theresa's are too low on their level to even do that right now, so it's a good chance to have fun as much as I can with these. This game reminds me so much of the other game I played, but I'll tell you that some other time. I don't know. I should have just done that when I had a big group of enemies. That was a bit of a waste. Like this guy, for example. I should have used it on him. Big golden robot man. You're in the wrong game. Play that next online game that's in PC. No. Wait. I think I still have time. Okay, it was in that bit after all. Oh, okay, there is a cutscene. I was hoping there was. There's Otto again. Yeah, she was. She must have been getting to know with the other Valkyries, and she was happy to be with them, most likely. Oh, so it was her choice to go out into the battlefield. Okay, I guess the guy had some redeeming qualities, I guess. Letting her do what she wants, I guess. But that's not gonna last. What he means by that is the other girl. Yeah, grandpa, quote unquote. The things that guy does, I tell ya. I hate his guts big time.
今日はテレサが初めて崩壊獣と戦う日だ。幸い敵は弱い戦車級崩壊獣だ。テレサが使う装備もちゃんと調べたし、好きなゴーヤジュースも補給しておいた。修道服もしっかり洗った。僕は最近テレサを甘やかしすぎてないか？1973年12月23日。
When I got to this point, I thought, is the Doctor becoming more human? At least in his own way? Is he actually turning less of a monster? I was having my doubts at that point. But then, on the later bits of this story, I changed my mind completely and I started to hate the Doctor. I mean, it was a big up and down thing for me, doubting what the Doctor really was. But then when I found out what he did in the later bits, I was infuriated. Anyway, we're gonna get closer to the battlefield that we have to be. At this point, I think we went beyond where you saw last time. Oh, this thing. Oops. I got frozen. He's not supposed to have that ability. Wait, what? That was quick. Can I take this? What? A boss fight already? Whoop! Oh boy. You know what? Perfect enemy for you. Well, I just cut that thing in how many seconds? 3 seconds? Here's where things get crazy. Oh yes, Kale is actually a Valkyrie rank A. What her comms has been cut off is something very serious. I didn't know what Emperor means, but here's what I thought. I've been facing chariot level characters, and the Emperor is the boss kind. And they thought that they were facing a chariot all along. Apparently they're gonna face a boss level character. Oh, there's only 1 A rank and 5 B rank. That's what he thinks. And this is where things got messed up. Seriously, he's gonna shoot missiles. And look, he's willing to sacrifice the Valkyries. He was only willing to save Theresa and get her out of there. But Theresa refuses big time. Screw your order. Unlike the doctor, who's a cold-blooded, you know, Theresa is not like that. Basically, the doctor is willing to sacrifice other people's lives and try to save Theresa, but Theresa is above that kind of stuff. Basically, now we have to face a Emperor class Honkai beast type. The thing is that the boss, the only thing that I have trouble with is when he does ice attacks. You'll see what I mean. She arrived on the scene. In a way, he's more than Mario of a hero, that's for sure. And now we got a Warthog. Introducing mutated Warthog, Kumba. Ah! You see what I mean? The only thing that he gets is that freeze effect. I have to be careful when I dodge around. And that war... Oh boy. Yep, that's what happens. Yeah, I know. This is not my first rodeo. Of course, it's not gonna hurt me that bad, but still. No, you don't. Unlimited blade works on ya. The doctor doubted her abilities, but as you can see, she's formidable.
不良品と思われた人造の少女はその人間らしさから運よく生き延びテレサという名前を手に入れた。1973年12月24日バールバーティ作戦 B 級バルキリーテレサは初めての戦いに参戦した。
That was her first battle, right? She exceeded expectations, that's for sure. The doctor did underestimate Theresa big time. Now this is where things get crazy. This is where both Theresa and the doctor starts to split up. This is an important thing too. Oh, I sure just did the dialogue bit. Apparently there's a bit of dialogue. According to what it says, that she plans to leave the organization that her so-called grandfather is founded. She wants to leave and take Kiana with her. And this is young Kiana, when she was a child. At this time, her mother and her father are still alive. 第二次崩壊戦争でテレサは最愛の友セシリア・シャニアテを永遠に失った。テレサは恐れた。このままだとセシリアの娘、自分の姪っ子キアナ・カスラナモが天命の犠牲品になるのではないかと。Yeah, Kiana's mother ended up dying at that point now, and she knows that it was the doctor's fault. She's taking Kiana and trying to get out of there. Cecilia, well, she had to fight against another Honkai, a very powerful one. You already seen the, if you guys already seen the previous streams, you've seen what the other Honkai is. Some pink looking harasser thing. That's the crazy thing about it. He's only prioritizing on her, but doesn't give a damn about everybody else. Letting others die, that's what she said. Yeah, basically, she treated her as family, as a best friend kind of thing. And she lost that person in battle. She won't forgive the doctor for what she has gone through. The doctor is directly responsible of leading her to her death. So at this point, we're trying to escape the facility. We're trying to get Kiana out of there too, apparently. I need to check out something. Maybe there's like a manga bit to see exactly. You know what I wish that Honkai... Not this time, little psych person who pretends to be Ruby or Maka from Soul Eater. Oopsies. What just happened? I almost saw it. That's not a good thing. I got distracted by that. Is the stream going well or what? Oh wait, I'm still going. Tell me if the quality's going well or not. Because I can't tell from here. It says the output has gone black. Either one, somebody's downloading something, or two, my phone is updating. And that's a bad timing. Oh boy, so many enemies! Yeah, at times you hear her say Cecilia multiple times. Get beaten down by giant crossings from the sky. They really have no chance, didn't they? Whoa! I have to say, sometimes I think this thing looks like it came out of Evangelion. Ow! Ow! Ooh, ow! Stop it! Like I said, it just does that. When that happens, it just interferes and press the wrong button. Ow! Ow! This thing's annoying. Hope you like that. Ow! How dare you! How you like that? You're getting the same thing as me. Ow! Yeah, this thing is a formidable opponent. Get eaten by my damn scythe thing. I don't know. I don't know how to say something. All these fights get harder by the time, I think. It's only when I use my own Valkyries that's when things get super easy. Now then. Concern. Even though Apocalypse had discovered her plan, Theresa decides not to allow his orders anymore. She's determined to do the right thing. Basically, that's the monsters like this. I'm gonna read those things from now on. I may not be able to read the text things since it just goes like crazy. And crystals. I don't want to do crystals. Jeez. Let me get to that. Let me get some stamina back. I do have a way to get stamina back, and I hardly use these things. Not this one. Sometimes you have to do stamina in other ways. I'm not using crystals. I already used so much crystals on doing summons anyway. What's this do? 30 stam. I'm gonna put like 3 of these. That way I don't have to worry about anything. 3 stamina things should work, and we got like 90 whatever. Once we get to this part, that's when we're almost done with this part of the story anyway. And then we'll go to the main bit. That's the thing, we're almost done with the story. Oh boy. But once we get to that point, things are gonna get much more crazy. And boy, oh boy, I just wish that I had my new computer so I could stream these mobile games on the computer as well. Oh yeah, I got backup! Yeah, she's definitely being a rebel. And uh-oh. Basically, the guy now has Tiana, apparently. And that lag. This should be quick because I got backup here. Stop being lazy and go down. Oh man, a lot is happening. It feels like a multiplayer game all of a sudden. Feel the bunny girl! What in the world? Back off. Oh, okay, it's already over. I won't be surprised if this series becomes an anime or an anime movie of certain arcs. I don't know. Especially the origins bit. Oh.
セシリアの死がこんなにテレサを苦しめるとは。僕を恨むほどに。いや、これも必然か。カレンを助けようと平民どもを犠牲にした時も 彼は怒って僕に平手打ちしたじゃないか。テレサには本当にカレンの魂が受け継がれているのかもしれない。いや、ありえない。どこにそんな根拠が。2009年5月1日。
Yep. He did these acts before, apparently. Man. This is why I don't like the guy. He doesn't have any sense of compassion when it comes to human lives. Is this it? It isn't easy fighting her way out, but somehow Theresa makes it. However, Siegfried, with whom she's supposed to meet, is a no-show. Theresa starts to grow worried. Begs the question. In the previous chapter, as well as this entire chapter, what happened to Siegfried? He became MIA. And it's not been implied that he died. That's the thing. Who knows what happened to him? So, I assume he's still alive, but he's in hiding. Just a thought. Let me do something. You see? He went MIA. And yes, Otto has Kiana. And that means, remember the point where Kiana and her mother had their adventures? There was a journal. That journal is actually Kiana. That kid she was talking about, it was her. Otto had her that time. You'll see more about this in this chapter. He didn't say that. He didn't say how it happened. I think he straight up lied. He straight up lied to try to convince Theresa to come back. Ow. Oh boy. Ow. Yeah, this is a tough fight. I just remembered that this is a tough fight to deal with. Now remember, this is not my own Theresa, it's actually a different Theresa, big time. Get down, you coward! Get away from that line of sight. Get down, you coward! Oh, that's a glitch, if I've never seen one. Ow. Now he's down. He's going down right now. Damn coward. With that, that's done.
ジークフリートと実験体 K423 には逃げられたけど、キアナは回収できた。 唯一気になるのはジークフリートが実験体 K423 を連れ出したことだ。ネゲントロピーと自称している奴らと関係してるのか。2009年5月1日。
Yep. At that point, he captured Kiana. And somehow, I think he did some experiments on her. Implied in the journal that Kiana didn't know what happened to her mother. She wanted to go back home. Was missing her mother. In the meantime, they were doing experiments on her. She had to go through a lot. And the strange thing is, Kiana, that went with us, throughout the whole story, the main, doesn't remember this kind of stuff. Begs the question, how did Theresa get her back? Now these bits right here, I don't think they explain anything of that, I think. We're almost done though. This is the last bit. Just 2 more missions and then we'll enter the next bit of the story that we should be dealing with. Huh. Oh yeah, this one right here. But then again, this you know, here's a fun fact. I don't have this Theresa at all, and yet I think she's the most powerful Theresa out there. I think she even has her own shield. Interesting though. This ability that she has is just like a pull into the area and then she does this kind of damage. Now obviously I should have just did that ability when I was facing the boss. She's stuck me. He's dodging my attack. Now you're done. This ninja just doesn't know when to quit. Yeah, basically this one must be the most powerful Theresa you could get in the game at the moment.
天命に残る以外テレサに選択肢はない。テレサは天命本部から最も遠い極東支部への転属を申請した。それと極東支部にバルキリーを育成する学園の建設も要請した。聖フレイヤ学園。そこでテレサは自分の命を大切にする、駒にも犠牲品にもならないバルキリーを育てる気だね。考えが甘いね。2009年6月21日。
Wow, that's what he's been doing with all his Valkyries. Theresa came back. The reason, Kiana. She came back to stay with Kiana big time. And then she decided to at a certain point, I think she did get Tiana and took her away from that place. Build her own facility. Another headquarters for Valkyries not to be mistreated and such. So basically, there's two groups. And this actually makes sense. There's two Valkyrie type people. Two groups of Valkyries. The ones with the Doctor and the ones with Theresa. There's two branches apparently. I'd rather go to Theresa's facility than to go to the Doctor's, I'll tell you that much. His methods are more cruel. This is the last bit, and then we're gonna move on into the main story. And then after that, well, that'll be it for stream. And also, basically the this chapter of Honkai. The good thing is I did chose to do this as well because I know that the chapters are pretty short, so I'd rather have a bit more content, I guess, if that makes any sense. Know a bit more of the origins of this. Especially since there's a lot of connections. The reason why there's two branches of Valkyrie, and how the Tiana got to what she did. The journal makes sense that the Doctor did something to her before she ended up going with Theresa to the school. Meaning that something strange happened to something the Doctor did to her must have made her different. And that's why he wanted Tiana back. Therefore, we're going to find out what exactly did she do. My guess is that he did something to alter her abilities or something. She's not exactly human. And maybe, just maybe, she's stronger than Theresa big time. Yeah, not just because she's a main character and all that, but she might be another one of those monsters or people who turns into superpowered creatures. The Theresa, I don't know. Man, I almost had it. Jeez Louise. These things are annoying. That's one down. Ow, 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 ow. Like I said, these things are annoying. But this is the last wave of enemies, of course. Wow. Maybe this will help. going down, cube boy. So the cube is gone. That Rubik's Cube was a pain, but oh well. These chapters are done and dealt with. You can say this is when she was, you know...
実験体 A310 は本当に奇跡だ。A 型から E 型までの260体の中で A310 だけは完璧な意識を持っている。それと A310 からはカレン・カスラナの影が感じられる。僕のカレンであると信じたい。でも怖い。もし A310 が僕のカレンではなかったら、僕も人類のトップに君臨する古今東西の科学者たちのように真理の扉の前に立っているのかもしれない。でも僕の理性が扉の向こうの真理が本物かどうかを疑えという。魂というのは今の科学では解明できない概念だ。でも僕は知っている。ゴッドのところに僕の欲しい答えがあるかもしれないことを。それにゴッドの使者律者はすでに誕生した。前の文明の記録によれば第六律者死の律者には魂を置き換える力があるらしい。死の律者なら僕の欲しい答えを持っているはずだ。その答えで僕は本物の僕のカレンと再会できる。僕の500年来の祝願が叶う。だから答えが出るまで僕はゴッドを守る。ネゲントロピーのやつらに僕の体型の邪魔をさせはしない。そして答えが分かったらゴッドを殺すさ。
Yeah, that guy's crazy. Very crazy. He's been living for a long time too. 500 years. Jeez. He must have not only did experiments on everybody else, but did himself experiments to prolong his life. So basically, this head subject he must be talking about is not Theresa he's talking about, but he's talking about Kiana. Now, I already did this bit right here, the middle chapter. I think that's the one where, what's her name? Kimiko is having those problems. I already covered that. But this one right here, I don't think I did, the third one. I might do a stream on that later, but I have to be sure if I already did it or didn't. But for now, let's do the main thing that we have to do. It's about time we got back into this. This will end the night, of course, once I finish these 4 missions. Mei and Sakura. Can I change it to Sakura Yu or something? Nope, I have no choice. Basically, Theresa and Mei are going in to try and get Kiana now. Trying to save her from the doctor. Still though, this won't be easy. Because now, this is where the level ranks up its difficulty. Unlike the Theresa fight, this one is a whole nother level. Heck, I even lost to that other Valkyrie. Once, and then had no choice but to do crystals on that one. Hopefully this time I don't do any more crystals. Especially since I have so little. Notifications of Twitter. At least that's what I assume. Yeah, she's actually one of those things. And Kiana, I think she's one of them too. Yep. Now that I covered her past, we now understand her a lot more. Principal, I guess. 2 years ago. To be honest, I admire that. To use the power that you fear to actually protect others. That's very admirable. The question is, can she actually control such power? Well, Einstein is talking. Uh-oh. Alright then. Battle time. I'm not done with using Theresa too, huh? I haven't forgot about you two. It looks like those satellite dishes are here. Oh no, ah! You annoying little bugger. Nope, not this time. Come on, you little satellite dish. Is that all? Oh great, I have to open my big mouth. Unlimited blade rush! Also, I got the slowing down ability. I hope you like blah blades, don't you? Ow. It's over on that guy. But now we're gonna move on into May. Apparently there's something up on May's side. It's been a while that I played with May. Since the beginning time, so I tell ya. Come on, you. The thing is about May is that she's a melee fighter, just like Sakura Yu. But unlike Sakura Yu, she's a bit harder to control, to be honest. Now I'm just too rusted up on May as well. Come on, you guys. Follow me. Oh boy, we got those things too. The thing about those shield ones is that they could even block my attacks and I could stumble. I gotta take care of these little flies first before I end up taking on those things. Eat. Well, I only hurt one of them. Oh, I didn't know she could do that. Come on, you. You see? That's what they do. One of them down. This thing is hard to take on. Ah, boy. I swear, if it's an update or something, or somebody's using the internet like crazy, I mean, the only thing that's on is my computer, and my computer only has the stream on, so I can monitor the chat, and also see if there's anything wrong with it. Oh boy! You gotta be kidding me. There's one problem. May doesn't even have her health that well. I'm almost done with this thing. There we go, he's gone. I barely made it. Boronya. Don't tell me those things breached the ship. Oh boy. I have a feeling we may have to go inside the ship just to actually save Boronya. Unless Boronya wakes up and she could actually fight too. We're just waiting though. Because unlike the other things, we just continue from there. Unless there's a big cutscene, I don't know. Oh boy. I don't know what's going on that. Looking at the stream, it's looking good, but I don't know what's going on. I can also tell there's a bit of a delay, but hopefully things will be better. I'm just watching it at this point. We're still going as her. What is this? What in the world? Oh, these things do fire-related stuff. Get down, you creature! So that's what it does. Ow, 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 ow. Oh boy. Those things are dead. Okay, so they're increasing. Oh boy. How come I didn't heal? Oh boy. God, I hate it when that happens. Healing things. Okay, I got some healing abilities. Oh boy, that thing could teleport. Oh yeah, I could do that. Like that. That means the stream is being affected too. My guess is it's because it's two apps at the same time. YouTube app and the so they just keep doing that. Ah! Jeez, I hate it when the app does that. There. That was a rough one. So when it lags out like that, that means something's going on. I'll be glad once I get my new computer. That way I could stream the mobile games on that instead of relying on the app. Because maybe the app is the reason why it just glitches out like that. On multiple games. Not just Honkai, but Dragon Ball, Fate Grand Order, and so on. But we'll see how things go. That's 2, so we got 2 more, I think. 2 more stories and then we're done here. Oh boy, I'm missing every shot. Oh, she's being talked to by the thing. Wait, does that mean? Here's my suspicion. Is the other Theresa, whatever it's called, Sakura Yu? Is Sakura Yu the third? Because when I first started using Sakura Yu, she was Mei at first, and then they started to transform. Mei became Sakura Yu. Is it possible that that's the second one? Ow, 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 ow. What in the world is that? I'm getting hurt here. What's worse is that this thing is pushing me into that. Ah, 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 ah. Go down already. Video input my foot. What that does is mainly to get him. So there's one more after this. Think it is. Basically, he must have finished his experiments on Kiana. And now Kiana might be something else entirely. Still though, during that fight, apparently Mei was being talked to by the third, whatever that thing is. Apparently, she wants to cooperate. I think you could say that it's like the nine-tailed fox situation with Naruto. If Naruto dies, the nine-tailed fox dies. It's the same thing with Mei and this thing.
ハイペリオンは間もなく実験室の上空に到着します。おかしいわ。守備が薄くなってる。わざとそうしているみたいに。何が起こっているの？強烈な波動が感知されました。メイ先輩。メイ先輩。キアナちゃん。無事なの？私は大丈夫だよ。無事だし。生まれ変わったみたいなの。キアナちゃん。嬉しいな。目を覚ました時にあなたがそばにいてくれるなんて。さあ、今もう一度私と一つになりましょう。コンケストジェム。遅かったか。すでに崩壊に支配されている。今のあいつは危ないぞ。いいえ、危ないからこそ放っとくわけにはいかないの。いいだろう。敵が律者ならこっちも律者の力で解決をしよう。がっかりさせるなよ。キアナちゃん、あなたはずっと私のそばにいてくれた。私もあなたを一人にはしない。
Okay. Okay. Kiana the... Whatever it is. Whoa! This is the boss fight here. Whoa! I think I'll have to do a lot more evasion than you think. Whoa. At this point, I'm focusing big time. I just hope that little bar thing doesn't interrupt me. It's a lot less, you know, laggy. Come on, Kiana. Ah! Kiana, where are you? Let's go. Where's Kiana? Where's Kiana? Oh! Oh! What's going on here? Kiana is fighting Kiana! Whoa. Oh boy, I got sold down too. Basically, Kiana with me and we're facing another Kiana apparently. Is it possible that Kiana, the real Kiana, is actually trying to resist the power of the whatever it is? I won't let you kill me back, Kiana. Oh, come on. I'm still gonna hit you no matter what. This one is gone. There's the other Kiana. Whoa! Better not let my guard down. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is this? No. I'm not gonna go down like that, you know. Come on. Ugh. Oh boy. Their abilities are impressive, but they're not going to take me down. Ooh! I really don't. Whoa! She can summon too? Let's take this guy down first. Jeez, not this again. Ah. You only got 3 hits because you hit the thingy. Oh, so that's what it does. I have to take down those spikes before a tree can manifest. Come on. There we go. Get some health on that. Oh, I gotta remember not to get into that. Summoning too. Oh, they let me. Looks like the creature is taken down too. Not this time, Kiana. Process of moving. I'll be lucky if I can actually manage to get her. And since these creatures doesn't drop any health, I just had too much low health. I'll do this once as well. We're just too close to the end of this point. Get out of the way, creature. Oh, so they do drop something. Who's this? Wait, what? I was that close to finishing it? Cutscene. An animated cutscene. Mother of Nico. You could do that? I mean, I've seen this before, but still. This is more terrifying than I thought. Ooh-wee. I guess this is our backup. Great. Now we have to deal with that bit. Not now, game guys. You're not helping either. And there's that dragon again. If you guys want me to, I could replay this thing again, but I don't know what's going on with stream. It lags like crazy. Otherwise, you could try and look for the video on YouTube. I just don't know why the thing has to be acting up this way. I had to say, it had to do that when it's in an important event. That's the question. Why did the app have to act up this way? Born of the Honkai. Man, this sucks though. It had to end that way. Tell you what, guys, I can't end it like that. I'm gonna try to restart the stream, and if I have to, I'm willing to start over this. Yeah, it says now it's excellent. Yeah, right. I don't know what's going on. Let me stop it for now, and I will try to get it back again. Because that was terrible. I could barely see most of it on my end.